from it. I do like that from Gen.G though, that they don't blind, because Lahens is the type of guy that will just slam out a Karma, right?
Yeah.
So the Nongshim first comp, it's very solid. I do think
Canyon.
All right, let's see whether Trigger's going to be able to keep himself alive here.
No
Flashes up for Trigger, but not for Lahens. And so he could just be going down. The Audacious Charge comes in. And yes, he's got Eclipse. Yes, he's got Aftershock, but there's an auto attack from then full damage. I think that's kind of cool. As Gideon goes in, Cyclone will connect onto Canyon. And now the Monkey is forced to flash back into the pit as he got thrown over the wall. Chovy now with the Incinerate out is looking to lock down Lahens. As Gideon left on his lonesome and Chovy grabs first blood. Of these objectives as Malignance is done, but a teleport towards his top side is Nongshim looking for a dive onto Keen, whose snipping is starting to hurt. Lahens and Kingen do wait a long time for this teleport to come forward as there's the exhaust onto Kingen, but it's not going to be enough to keep Keen alive. Lahens just barely surviving, but a well-calculated dive here. The exchange should be some plates and a Drake.
Looks a little spooky there with how long it took for the very slow teleport to make its way to top. But a nice play by Nongshim. Like as well, the Gideon was covering bot. It's also Trigger, who on Ezreal is notoriously hard to dive. So the only thing that Gen.G will get on the counter punch is...
Well, to each their own. As Gen.G is going to wander over and take a dragon. The contest, the cross map, things like this, not something that our Noodle Boys are really too worried about here. They're going to slowly shove in this top wave. But I think this bottom outer turret should also be going down.
I have one more little fun tidbit as this turret goes down.
Please.
You know who won today?
Bro.
Henna.
Oh yeah, he also
He did also
like,
win!
player of the game or something like that as well. I did see that on Twitter. I didn't actually see the game.
Just as a
Rumble.
Yeah, I would say so. So Rumble is harder to jump onto for Gen.G than the other way around, right? With Wukong, with Leona. Flashless Annie, I think, is actually a big deal. And then obviously the offensive capabilities of a Flash W or Flash Chibbers is also big.
Oh, that's so sexy. Goes past, gets another charge, but now Nongshim might have found an angle here. The Pop Blossom this time, though, is very, very good. Heroic Entrance does come down as Ruler manages to take down the Monkey. The flash out there from Canyon, but still gets taunted. Tries to go in because there's no way out. He's Xin Zhao. And that looked really cute, but ultimately wasn't great.
Except if you're Nongshim.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, Canyon going a little bit way too hard there. Nicely done by Nongshim, actually. Really clean. Oh, Lahens, if you die, that does kind of void how good that play was. Okay.
And now it's a 2 for 2, kind of.
Well, they also lost mid-turret, so it's better than they did before. And I think already we can say, barring Lahens, they kind of do. I think,
yeah,
things have looked decent so far.
Well, you're going to say that, and they're going to look for Chovy. They will be able to find him here. Pop Blossom is going to be the answer as True Shot Barrage takes down the Annie, but it's a 1-for-1 immediately. Still down goes the Nico as Trigger has found Ruler. He's Arcane shifting away, and Ruler is going to have to escape. Still, the rest of Gen.G just mop things up. And Calix, I believe he flashed over that wall to escape the play, and so a 2 versus 3. And the Otacon still going to be attempted here by Gen.G.
It's a bit ambitious. Calix is pretty dangerous.
He is. The Winds of War do go almost entirely wide. The Trigger needs to be so careful. As Ruler, once again, it's a good sidestep. And oh god, just another couple of autos and down Trigger will go. But still, he's able to Arcane shift away. That being said, that's not going to save this Otacon. And with Canyon being alive and I think healing off the Otacon more than anything else, is able to take this one out. They're looking for. Not going to be able to take it just yet. Flash is available here for Canyon, but not going to have to worry about that Zenith Blade as that one goes wide. Pop Blossom will connect onto 4! And Duro finds the angle this time around. Chovy is also at full health as the Equalizer decently placed, but it's a little too late. Never mind, the Walking Barbecue walks in. And Kingen doesn't last very long, still manages to get one of the kills back. That is something, as Chovy having a giggle. And Trigger, I think, will be able to get himself out. It's actually just a Q that they wait for to guarantee the stun. Over the wall goes the fast bomb, and Ruler is able to lock up that kill.
These fights are pretty close. You know, just a little bit of execution that, obviously on Gen.G's side, I think is very clean. It also really helps in this setup that they have 4 genuine
All right, Gen.G looking for the play. There's the crescent guard, and now Trigger's in so much trouble. They're closing in from every angle as Ruler gets pounced on, but not before killing basically everyone. Exhaust goes down onto King, and he's just running for his life as Keen chasing after him, scissors in hand, and now Lahen's, yeah, just on the wrong side of this one. There's the knock-up, and Canyon will be able to lock down this kill very comfortably. And this game, like, I don't know when it really happened, but it is now very over. You know, it was
like
probably
right now,
like
yeah.
3 seconds.
And at this point, it's obviously too late. It does make me question, why is Nongshim going so deep when they have a teleport disadvantage, right? That's just a timer thing. You can't be that deep in the enemy jungle. Maybe one of those mistakes. So maybe Chovy dies?
Well, Calyx is going to get that taunt down. Gideon's in here as well. Chovy running pretty fast and does have that Molten Shield as Canyon will get knocked up on his way in. Still Chovy able to go golden. And Gideon trying to get himself out, but it does not work. Now Duro finds Calyx. And Duro doesn't really have very much, so the sad B is going to come out.
No, Duro, don't!
Why, there's the flash to interrupt, the Pop Blossom to lock him in place, and Canyon moseys on down. And charges the Q, doesn't actually manage to get the knock-up as Calyx does walk out of the way, but it doesn't matter, he's still dead. And in the meantime, Keen's like, all right, you guys done? Are you done with the funny business? It's time to win this game. I got stuff to do.
We don't know what stuff, but Keen is playing like he has
It does
stuff.
look like he's got a hot date or something like that, as Poppy used to say.
Well, I mean, every date is... We're in summer in Korea. It's not great, guys. Korean summer is a lot.
Yeah. Equalizer goes down. Canyon tanks it as Keen dashing on top of this rumble. Man, Kingen takes so much damage. He does have to immediately flash, but into the firing line goes the Leona. And down she goes immediately as Gideon, I believe, just killed a clone. But they also killed his clone as well. So clones traded.
They're still going.
Yeah, Genji just like not with very much health. Gideon also does sweep the ward as Canyon just dives on top of Trigger and murders him. And this Xin Zhao, I think, may be impossible to kill. As now Duro trying to keep himself alive in this backline as Calyx and Gideon well and truly outside of this battle. And Gen.G are getting closed in on. These health bars are so low. Heroic charge to come in. And there it is. They do manage to take down Canyon. He is mortal in the end, but Ruler is
No, that was
not.
my hand!
Calyx is still dead. Keen running with scissors, and that's dangerous, guys. That's what we've learned. And Gen.G are just going to win the game right here.
This is one of the least memorable Gen.G games I think that I've ever... It's so textbook.
It is so Gen.G.
It's so Gen.G. They pick the champions.
Skew the matchup. So I think it looks kind of cute on the side of Nongshim. I think they've utilized red side a little bit better this time. Sorry, blue side a little bit better this time around and got themselves like...
Well, we also...
Jinx just did a bunch of winning and then...
Yeah, we did see Jinx win, what, like 3 Game 5s at MSI?
Yeah.
That did happen.
Yeah.
Well, Lahens might still be in trouble.
I think he may be dead. He does get stunned up and does get taken down. There's the flash out as Duro survives.
It was good. Keen might be in trouble.
Yep, Gideon going for a bit of a drive here as the taunt is gorgeous, but the Ghoulie wall, I mean, he's still dead, but a Ghoulie wall was great.
The Ghoulie wall!
Ghoulie wall!
Ghoulie.
He's getting electrocuted. It's not good. And all right, Gideon chase after Canyon here, gets the wall slam, and there is the Impale as well. Public Execution comes down, my hands is there. The Wombo combo's gorgeous! And they
good year. Until the timeline diverged.
Yeah, there's a moment in there that just the happiness ends. And speaking of happiness ending, the flash out here from Lahens to make sure that Keen's in trouble, and that is Lahens picking up the kill. That's sad. Still,
or is
would have
it?
liked it, but it's still very positive.
That is Lahens. That is the carry getting fed. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Well, Kingen is now making it underneath his turret. Ruler not quite hitting him with that boomerang blade, and does now want to try and take him down. There's the Magnus Storm. Grand Starfall brings Canyon forward. Ruler wanting to get this kill and will be able to do so with the help of Canyon. Now Chovy underneath the turret here towards his top
His covering
side.
is outside of vision. Could be a turnaround here, but Keen can't afford to die.
Gideon is going to spot him, as we can see. Morning Mist goes over, but I don't think they're too worried about it. There's the flash. The Impale hits both! And Keen is desperately trying to survive, and it's just not going to work. Keen with the help of all those shields They're just able to pick their
I'm not
target.
so sure about this counter pick. I feel like this is one of those matchups where if you do fall behind, it gets very unfun as Lahans might be in trouble.
He is level 7. Emperor's Divide does come down and they just wait for the wall and walk over it. Duro now holding the wave as it may get worse from here as Keen catches the cross map between worlds, goes Chovy, and down goes Azir. Oh man, no wall, no chance. And a good fight back here for Gen.G. Will even out the scoreboard. Oh yeah, played for KT for ages.
And it's Canyon with a really nice sidestep there. I think a Calyx's ult that ends up solidifying that play. And it really was starting to feel like Nongshim was pulling ahead. And I know that that was the case.
Still can't believe, first time he's ever played Aurora is in this game. He's really good, isn't he? This Chovy guy?
Okay, Atlas. Dragon is...
It's a trade.
I've had it up to here with your shenanigans. I haven't. Can't even say that. Unfazed in the face of... Oh no.
Kingen tries to get out, and unfortunately, it's a private execution, and that one doesn't connect. And Canyon going to be able to lock down the kill. Thankfully for him, Chovy doesn't get an assist, so maybe there's something to be said about that. As now Shelly going to walk her way towards an inner turret. This is going to be a bit of a swing for Nongshim if they can actually take this down as well. Void Grubs are going to spawn as Nongshim will look to try and take this one down. There's another conga line, and there goes the inner. So that is going to even things out entirely. I think a slight gold advantage, at least before this tower does go down in the top lane. As Angry Bee from Trigger. That is the vibes that we want to see. Or those are the vibes, if I want to English.
Atlas, I have to say, you did irreparably ruin my experience with the word vibes, because every time I hear vibes, I think about, but what about the tempo?
Well, I mean, I'm feeling like the vibes are all over the place in this game.
So they benefit Gen.G.
Interesting. This is what happens when we're like picking champs with zero range all over the place. It's just not a whole lot of poke that is even available. Canyon will be able to find Kingen though, rotating down, and my god, the jungler is 1v1ing the top laner, and it is working! Public execution comes down as Chovy turns up as well. Between worlds coming on through there as Lahans looking to try and lock down Canyon. The Ignite's still ticking. One more tick, but it's not enough. Triumphant on the way out is this Pantheon, but now the jungler is sort of not welcome in this battle. Oh god, Chovy finding Trigger.
Oh no, it's a horror movie! The body!
And Gideon just picks up the Krug and says, it's okay, I will hold this for you.
It's fine, the scary bunny is gone. Can't hurt you anymore. Yeah, so this is kind of a Canyon staple. He's the same level and was up an item on his opponent.
Yeah. That's has
insane.
Just been started here, guys. It's not going down very fast. Ward goes over. That is going to be feats of strength over to Gen.G. They do upgrade their shoes. Kingen trying to put himself in front. Calyx has a decent angle.
We're flipping.
Oh god, this doesn't feel good. Lahans has made his way back though, so it is a 5v5.
LCK.
Yeah, it's not looking too good. Look at this, the Maiden is just being so frustrating. There's the taunt, but it's only on to one. The Magnus Storm is so much better still. Lahans trying to get himself out. Gideon as well. Everyone's limping. And oh god, the spears, and there is nowhere for them to go. Even Ruler is going to survive. Duro trying to escape. He gets into the bushes, and Gen.G just clean ace them. They get nothing. Nongshim just got nothing!
Both bars are already low, but like, how is Keen 1v2ing here?
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even really want to play the mystery game. We saw what this composition for Nongshim was trying to do.
Trigger, no!
So incredibly dead. Stabbed from every angle.
With both lands and spear.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Esports weekend.
Esports weekend coming up. Got a couple of days. Probably going to be cleaning up, you know, got some houses.
Oh, my.
Move relatively soon.
Yeah, my house is a mess.
Yeah. As public execution here, diving onto Canyon. He is pretty tanky. Kingen taken down to half. The Canyon will be finished off. Still, you're in Chovy's world now. And that is two very swift ones. Nongshim, you know what you can say? You can say, we got Canyon. And you absolutely did.
Good stuff, Nongshim. Come on! Ah, this is just...
Oh dear.
Must we see Gen.G bully every team that is in T1? And must we see
Nongshim
T1?
kind of bullied themselves in that moment. Like, this is with their... You've got Zeri running up the lane saying, wait for me, guys! No, we shall not.
That sounds reminiscent of my experiences with Peak, where I'm like, with my little backpack.
What did Canyon play in game 1?
It was his crazy Zinzo.
That game. Yeah, no, I think it's Canyon.
But the Nico was also...
Yeah, the Nico was really good.
And then also this Rel game has been really good.
I feel like Nico is one of those, like...
Nico is a little fake.
Yeah, and also, like, you often
point?
just, like, put big circle on enemy and, like, get POM. That being said, I mean, I'm never happy when Terry gets those votes.
Don't think it's Chovy. And I hope that...
I don't think it's Lands either, as he's just going to blow up. Ruler able to lock down that kill as Duro, that Magnet Storm. All right, give it to Duro. I'm happy for him to take it. Nexus turrets are now falling down as all of a sudden this game is just done.
Oh my god!
Genji, when they're finished, they're really finished. Is it going to be the time? Is it actually Pentaton Keen? Put him in the goalie wall! Put him in the goalie wall right now!
No!
As Chovy, oh god, the biggest troll play ever!
Chovy,
would be if Chovy just finishes the game!
No!
Oh, look at his face! Look at his face!
That's
Chovy's
the
gonna do
buff.
it!
You have to leave!
Oh, I think the minions are gonna kill it! As look at Ruler's face, I think enough time may have passed anyway, but still.
If Chovy would have left, maybe the non-Baron minions couldn't have done it!
Oh.